Alright, bruh. Okay, man, we in here, legendary moment. Legendary, if you had to get this interview, you know what I'm saying? Because not only is this family, man, this right here is a humble legend. Like, that's humble legend. Like,
Yeah, we definitely gotta get into that shit too, man.
hold on. But welcome to the Legendary Podcast. We got a special guest in the building. And then my brother.
Ron the B, cuz.
And
chosen the Barber.
one of the best barbers in the DMV. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
If you don't follow him yet, man, get on the gram.
Absolutely.
I don't know if on the book. You on the book?
Facebook, yeah.
Hey, hit him on the gram, hit him on the book, follow him. You hear me?
Man, I'm telling you, bro. Telling you, man. So we gotta take it all the way to the beginning, bro. All the way to the beginning. You want to start from the childhood when it all started with your mom's and cause your mom is a legend, bro. Nah, because listen, Yogi, bro, one of the greatest cousins ever, bro, and she the one like the foundation.
You lying.
What?
She the greatest cousin ever?
Hey, look.
Lying.
But listen, bro, she the foundation, bro. Like I don't really who in our family started off with the entrepreneurial mindset.
Oh no, that's for sure.
Come on, bro.
Sure.
Come on, man. So
That's for sure.
hey, we gotta pay homage, man. Like, so we gotta start from the childhood, bro, and just talk about like your influences and what got you in, what led up to this point where you at today.
I mean, like you said, bro, started from the childhood, man. My mother was always a hustler, always, getting it. You know what I'm saying? I remember her working maybe 2 jobs my entire youth, and those were each about 6 months apiece. So, I mean, in order to feed your kids, you gotta get to it. So,
absolutely.
My mother just was always out there. I remember helping her pass out flyers at 12 o'clock in the morning.
Sheesh.
Doing stuff, man. It was just always just doing stuff, man. She had a record label at one point, a magazine. She had
G-Hop.
G-Hop, the Jesus Jones.
Niggas don't understand. I used to feel like a superstar walking in that motherfucker. Especially when the gospel go-go's was going on, and I could just walk right up to the front of the line and just be like, yeah, in this bitch.
And for me at that time, like you I guess understood it more because you was older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just regular to me. Like it was,
deal,
you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize how much it meant back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm talking about everybody in the city knew about that shit. Everybody in the DMV was like, yo, we about to hit the G-Hop.
Hey man, look, it feels good to have been a part of something that stamped like that, man. Again, at the time, you don't really know what it means, and then now, it's so long ago. It's just like, for me, it's just like a memory, but it's dope. I got it honest, man.
Man, let's fast forward this shit and get into this career situation, man. Because your career path right now leading you down a bunch of different roads.
I'm hoping so.
But Barber, what the hell made you want to start cutting hair? We was in school about the same time.
I think you was in school before me, actually.
Yeah.
What made me want to start cutting hair? So I was working construction at the time. I was probably like 19. No, I was older than that. I was probably like 21 when I was working construction. I started cutting my own hair as probably like 19 because my father, shout out Bed Dog, he was he used to cut our hair growing up. So he cut my hair one time. I was probably like 17, 18, somewhere around there. And I ain't like the way he did my C-cut. I was like, come on, bro. I ain't like the way he did my C-cut, so I started cutting it myself. And of course, I started dogging my own shit. I started fucking my own shit up. But I was the one fucking it up, so for me, it was just like, you know what I'm saying, that shit to grow back.
Yeah.
I just kept doing it, and then I started working construction. And at that time, again, I'm making money. You was in it. You know what I'm saying, starting out making $750 a week. You know what I'm saying? At 19, 20, 21, that's good shit.
That's definitely more
So, but all the OGs, all the old heads up there was be like, bro, you don't want to do this. Like, go to school, go do something. So, my mind started to percolating, and I just fell in love. I just wanted to do something else, and I went from there. I started working at Verizon and Comcast, other regular 9-to-5s, and it just got to the point where I know my time was winding up.
Yeah.
And so it was just time to do something. It was just time to figure something out, man. At that point in life, I was just starting to go through a divorce. Like my whole life was just about to start changing. So I was just like, I might as well just throw something else in there.
Yeah, might as well.
And just went to it, man.
So let me tell you how crazy shit was, though. I knew you was gonna make it, and I still know in my heart you about to be something terrible.
For sure, bro. Definitely.
Let me tell you how I knew.
Definitely, bro.
The moment I knew this, we was at school one day, right? And we talking our shit. And that this week, it was a real big barber competition. So this week, niggas like, yeah, man, we gonna go up to John. I ain't go. I don't know why I ain't go. I wanted to go, I ain't go. But the following week, everybody come back like, yo, watching videos like, man, look at this shit. Y'all done did the cut and that.
Yeah.
So I look. It was your gym. What was it? You took a competition.
It was
I don't know.
It was the fresh junk.
That's exactly what it was. Yo, so many people had pictures of it and was talking about it. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You don't know, like I had, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't know.
Honest, and I'm like, I'm looking and I'm looking like, all I can do was smile because they looking and just like, I ain't even gonna say nothing. But yeah, at that moment I was like, this nigga is still in his prime when it come to this shit.
It's because I lost that drink, so of course me, I lost. So for me, I'm just like, damn, I thought for sure I was gonna get a dub. So, but I lost, and I was like, damn. So you saying that, it just, you know what I'm saying, making niggas feel good, and it is more of a motivation. Yeah. It's like people do see that shit, and people do pay attention.
Bruh. Bam, the one my brother was telling you about, the one of our barbers or whatever. This nigga cut my hair. They had a competition. This nigga put a whole goddamn transformer in the back of my head for the competition, bro. Hey, that shit. The nigga lost, and then I had to go to work with that shit in my head, bro. All like the females just laughing at me, bro. I'm like, bro.
But it's the first. I don't know if you might have heard of DMV Illis. I did my first competition with them, so of course, and they first competition, it was 3 different rounds. So the first round was like a Caesar, the third round was like a fig, and the last round was like a design or some shit like that. I did a design in the joint, and it was a freestyle design, so you know, I'm just doing anything. The joint was trash.
Yeah.
And I just felt bad for bro. I'm like, damn, bro, gonna have to walk around for this joint.
Fuck that.
I felt bad for
I was glad I was bald at that moment, because if he asked, I would have had to do it, but they ain't had no head. So
I want to rewind it back just a little bit. Sir. All right, so when you had your baby, like, how did that change you, bro? Because I want, me personally, I'm ready to have kids. They tell me I'm tripping, but like, how did it, you know, make you want to work harder? Because some people, I remember Chris, which is my cousin, his uncle, he was like, man, you never know, you might have a child and it make you want to work 2 times harder than what you're working now. So how did that humble or change you in a way when you know, which as far as like your process and cutting and stuff?
It's funny because I say for like, before my son got here, and even really before I made the decision to like go into barbering as a full-time career, I was winging life, you know what I'm saying, for like the first 28 years, however, you know what I'm saying, like I was just winging that shit. And then all this shit started happening, you know what I'm saying, you go Nipsey getting killed, you go Kobe, you go
crazy shit.
Rona, you know what I'm saying, everything, and then in the midst of that, my son born, so you know what I'm saying, it just, my son being born and then Rona, it just like, it being a barber and not being deemed essential and having not to work for 3 months, it light a fire up under your ass. It light a fire up under your ass for sure, man. And just my son, I've been wanting to have a kid since I was like 14.
Yeah, me too, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother raised me up on being a husband. I used to do my mother tracks. I used to help her do her tracks and take, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mother raised me on being a husband and having a family. So that's what I know. That's always what I wanted. Right. And then when I came into the knowledge that I was having a son or just a kid, period, it's just like, it's just clicked. Like, it's just no more bullshit time. You know what I'm saying? It's just really what it is. Because if it was just me, even if it's just me in the position I'm in right now, like even with just the cutting hair, I would be good with it if it was just me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't all everything that I'm working on tapping into is literally for him,
yeah.
and for my kids, and just to leave them something. Like I don't.
That's what's up, bro.
If it's just me, like I don't care. Whatever money I'm gonna get, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I ain't, if it's just me, I'm not concerned about stacking it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just now, it's just all to make sure my kids are good.
Definitely, it force you to.
Yeah. You don't have no choice.
So Nipsey Hussle was like one of the, cause I see you out like the videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got Nipsey Hussle paintings in your back. So
Mm-hmm.
like, how was he instrumental in like the way you was moving, the decisions you was making? You know what I'm saying? How he motivated you, inspired you, whatever.
Now, I ain't gonna cap. Before, so it was around. Before Victory Lap came out, I heard about him and I seen
I'm
him.
the same way.
Yeah,
You know,
I ain't know
stuff,
about
you know
like
what I'm
that
saying?
either. Yeah.
I ain't really know too much about.
I'm
I ain't know too much about it, but everybody was just talking about Victory Lap.
Right,
So
right,
now
right.
look, the shit hard.
Yeah, for sure.
We was just listening to that.
We was just
This shit
listening.
hard.
We just listened to it before you
Victory
came
Lap
in.
is a no skip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
What?
already understanding, again, knowing the type of dude that he was, just off of hearing a little stuff about him and his character, I was
Right.
already kind of tapped into him a little bit, but
Yeah.
music-wise, I ain't get hip to him until Victory Lap.
Mhm.
So listening to that and then becoming more of a fan of his and then listening to him and little videos and stuff like that, and just understanding, again, the type of person that he is, what he stood for, what he believed in,
Right.
what he was trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? And then the way he killed right in front of his spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was his shit. He got killed in front of. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you gotta get. It's really just an inspiration because anything can happen at any moment,
Right,
bro.
right.
At any moment, and that's just really what it is. That's what the whole pandemic just did for me. Like anything can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
You just gotta get to it. Like that's
Yeah.
really it.
I gotta get to this. Humble Legend.
Mhm.
How'd you come up with the name? What the name mean for you when you chose it?
Mhm.
Tell us about the name in general.
So as y'all know, I was in ministry heavily with my mother for 4, longer than that, but at this stretch, it was like a 4-year stretch. So I look at that like as my college years. But at the time, I was, heavily into gospel rap, Christian rap, and it was this rapper that I was following who signed with this gospel record label named Humble Beast. It was called Humble Beast Records, and I heard it, I'm like, yo, that shit dope.
Yeah.
Like, that shit just sounded great together. I was, what I'm saying, just it was like, I wonder if I could think about something or come up with something that ring a bell like that would.
Right.
And, throughout the thought process, Humble Legend come together, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope. At that time, I shelved it. I ain't, it was just in the mental Rolodex. A couple years later, life transitions and stuff like that. I was, playing around with some designs, Humble Legend designs or whatever. And my ex at the time, I was shorty I was talking to. As you do with your girl, you pillow talk, you bounce ideas off her or whatever. I sent her the design, and I wasn't even, just give her a paint.
Yeah.
And then for my birthday that year, she had put that design on the back of a bomber jacket for me.
Mhm.
And I was like,
You still got it?
I don't.
Oh, so you're supposed to keep that.
I don't.
That was the first.
I don't know. The last time I remember wearing that jacket, bro, I was in barber school, and then again, like I said, my life transition. I gotta move. I was living with my grandmother. Like I done lived in 3-4 different homes, 5 homes. Like I don't know where that. I don't know where that. My life has been so transient the last 3-4.
That'll be historic, though. You know what I'm saying?
I
That'll be
wish.
historic, yeah.
But
Yeah,
so now you're doing the apparel.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. What? So did the bomber jacket inspire your clothing then?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, that was the first time I seen it on something. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it looked good, and I wore it a couple times. And I remember I wore it at McDonald's one time, and this dude was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? Where you get that jacket from? Whatever." You know what I'm saying? And so it was actually that interaction that made me say, I could do something with this. You know what I'm saying? So from there, it was just the thing where it was just like, I do want to do something with it. Let me start putting some things in motion. Got a couple t-shirts, hats made up, and then I wanted to chill out on it because I wanted to get the trademark and all that shit first. So chilled out on it, and then was able to get a trademark. One of my boys helped me do it, and You just trying to build,
Bro, your clothes fire, bro. Like, I can see famous people wearing your shit. And the thing is, like, all right, so who inspired you as far as like clothing, as far as like designing and shit?
I can't really say I know of any like specific designer that has inspired me or influenced me, but I pay attention to everything though.
Because it's like now you blocking, you don't really got the concept
Yeah,
of
like,
everybody else in your mind.
Yeah, I pay attention to everything and I see, you know what I'm saying, what's cool and the colorways, but I
So you got the Yeezys on though.
Yeah, I mean,
said Kanye.
I ain't gonna lie. I was against Yeezys for a long time. I said I ain't gonna never get no Yeezys.
I can't do that
bro.
shit, bro.
Then I got Yeezy joints.
Bro, you tripping, bro. That's some hard Yeezys
Hey,
out there.
look,
Them
it
Jones
is.
tough. Them Jones hard,
But
bro.
then they release for like 30 minutes, and then next thing you know, a nigga spanking your ass $750 for a pair.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
Yeah, I'm not
That was
saying
like
I ain't gonna
$200.
No, sir.
Hey, but
No,
I got
sir.
these off the Go app. You know the Go app.
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
can get
bro.
it up. So you know,
Hey,
shout
man,
out to the
real
Go
shit.
app.
Actually, I be doing clippers like that sometimes.
Hey, I need some clippers, but yeah, man. As far as the designs, I mean, some of the designs, you know what I'm saying. Like I look at some stuff, or I got a design that I made that's inspired by like the Supreme logo, stuff like that.
But how did Orlando's girl, we call him Sean, how did he inspire you to where you are today? And just,
Man, I know he don't know this, but I mean, he really been a big inspiration for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I remember when he got drafted. I remember being over at my grandmother's house and everybody was in the basement crying and the kids wasn't like, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he got to the league, he bought me and my brother our first PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? He bought us
Tough.
the white and royal blue 18s. I had the Dirk Nowitzki jersey.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember that shit, man. And you know, it just as a kid, that shit just always feel like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, your family,
in the league, like
Uh-huh.
that's a big deal, bro.
What?
It hit him just being successful.
Right,
It's just
bro.
an inspiration.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's just that's what I take from it, man. At the end of the day, whatever other stuff is in the backdrop, whatever, that ain't got it, just him being successful and him being a reasonable man and being a understanding man, willing to learn, willing to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's what inspired me.
And it's so hard to make it, bro. Like
It is.
to make it,
Shit is
especially
hard.
from where we come from, bro. And he actually did it, bro. So it's like,
And then to think just about the way his career even went, it's just like he got hurt. So if he wouldn't have got hurt, injuries wouldn't have fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? He would have been a dog, and his career still lasted longer than average.
Yeah.
So it's like
Who was he playing for when he played for the Broncos? Who was playing?
I think was Brian Greasy the quarterback.
Somebody got hurt that allowed him to really start getting.
I know Terrell Davis.
Terrell
Davis. Yeah.
All right, so that's once that shit happened.
he set the rookie rushing record.
Man,
He set the rookie until
That nigga was
Clinton
crazy.
came along and they
Oh yeah, that was the truth.
that
They
shit
couldn't
was
sweep that up.
crazy.
Hey, my
It was
favorite.
dope. Real quick, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead,
Clinton
go
was on Clinton was on the Shannon shop. You seen Club Shay Shay?
No.
Clinton did the interview and he said something about
Talk about
OG
Sean?
on it. Yeah, he
Damn.
threw his name on that. I was like, alright. I wanted to see if he was gonna mention him.
Yeah.
Of course, but nah, that was dope. It should just feel good, bro. I'm about to interview y'all.
Boy, that's
What
good.
made that? I know you was doing a construction thing and we went to school. Like you said, we was running school at the same time. What inspired this transition? What inspired you to be legendary?
I know he was, he was into barbering and shit, cutting and shit. So I was just kind of like going to work and focus on doing like YouTube videos or whatever. And I was just stacking my bread. So I always wanted to invest how I like read different books or whatnot every day. And I was just kind of like plotting on like what can I do. And then like you said, with the pandemic going on, I was like, bruh, like, and he been wanting to do it. So I was like, bruh, let's do it, bruh. Let's open a barbershop, man.
Man, the whole thing is this nigga be trolling like shit. He be trolling like a motherfucker. So when he hit my phone, he was like, we're gonna open up a barbershop. And I'm like, yeah, all right, nigga. It's like, I dismiss that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he be calling me with some wild ass shit sometimes. And I just be like, nigga, shut up. But he hit me, he was like, we gonna do it. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Then he was like, he called me again. He was like, yeah, I need you to come over here so we can break this safe down. Da 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 da. And I'm like, yo, this nigga fucking serious. I went over his house, a YouTube video. I went over to his house. We cut the safe. I had already cased this jump and figured out everything I wanted. I looked at him like we had looked at him like this big enough for me. It had a wall right here. I'm like, we can knock the wall down. I could visualize everything I wanted in my mind. It was a little smaller than what I wanted, but financially, it was a good place to start. But he broke the bank. We went downstairs, and the rest was history.
That's what's up.
That same fucking day was crazy. That same day, I was just like, my adrenaline was going, and I was so happy, you know, and I was scared at the same time.
Yeah, I had butterflies too.
This shit goes south quick.
I had butterflies, bro, and I was like, man, like, I just had to do it. I was like, bro, fuck it, I'm gonna just sign the lease, and whatever come with it, because we was supposed to have another spot in Laurel, and we was gonna turn that to like a studio / lounge. But at that time, he was working, and it was just kind of like, it didn't feel right. Everybody was like, I don't think you should do it, you shouldn't do it, and I let people talk me out of it. But I was like, this time, bro, hella hot water, I'm gonna do it and deal with whatever come with the shit, you know what I'm saying? So.
And it's crazy, because the way life worked, man, I was a construction manager, you know what I'm saying? I was a PM in the estimator for a large construction company, and I lost my job in March due to COVID. Lost the job. I'm like, man, I'm all right. You know, I'm doing side work, whatever I gotta do to keep my head above board, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hit me off. My son put a little hole in the wall. Let me go patch that down. I was doing whatever I could do. You know what I'm saying? And then when this came in line, I'm like, you know what? It's just lining up too perfect. And it was. I just felt like God was just. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, who am I to say no? You know what I'm saying? He putting everything right in my face. So I'm like, you know what? And this shit been my passion for a long time, and it's just real life stopped me from cutting the way I wanted to cut. You know, when I was in school, I wasn't getting no money. I got 2 kids. I can't keep doing this shit and provide for them. I had to quit school, go to work. Now it's just like everything just clicking. Everything clicking.
That's what's up, man. I want to say to you, bro, David, when you moved to Cali.
Oh.
That's one of the things that inspired me too, bro. When you did that shit, just up and boom. When you did that, I was like, damn. What year was that?
2016, I think. Yeah, 2016.
Yeah.
Halloween. I love it. The
day
day of Halloween.
Let me give you a motherfucking exclusive right now since you're interviewing us. I've never spoke about this moment. But when he left, I was so happy. Because I was like, yo. And I told everybody, I was like, my mom was pissed. I was like, but what man can say they really jumped out there and followed their dreams? Week 1 and 2, I'm calling him, he good. Man, this nigga called me one day, bro, I'm homeless. And I think this nigga playing, because again, he trolled like a motherfucker. He was like, bro, I'm dead ass homeless in the shelter, bro. And I just cried because I couldn't help him. I couldn't do shit for this nigga. He out here homeless in the traps. I'm like, damn. What can I do?
But that was the best moment of my life, bro, to be honest. Like, I will never, those moments, bro, like.
That's the shit that
make you stronger.
That's the shit that make you.
Yeah, bro. I will never change that.
When you asked out, when you know what I'm saying, when you really don't know what's about to come, that's.
Bruh, I went over there with $1,300. I don't know what the hell. That shit was like $13 over there.
Bro.
Because it's so expensive. Bruh, I was over there, Joan. I'm like, man, I was at the hotel every night. I'm ordering out. Next thing you know, because I was staying at the hotel $45 a night. So next thing you know, the money started getting lower. I sat at the edge of the bed. I was like, I could either go home or I could go to the homeless shelter. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the shelter. Stood outside. You had to be out there, Joan, at like by 5 or 6. If you wasn't out there, you was going to sleep out in the streets. So I made sure I was there at fucking 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You had to be there at 5 or 6. I'm there at 4, standing in there. You got, man, people stinking, older people out there, people that lost their jobs, bro. It was sleeping on bunk beds, bro. It was crazy, but I love that experience because it made me stronger. Than I got 1 job, 2 jobs.
My dad kept saying, he alright. I'm like, he fucking homeless, nigga. Like, he can't be okay, bro. He was not coming home for shit. I'm like, bro, come home. This nigga like, nah, bro. Nah. And then like, the only thing that was making me feel better is I see the video with the he'd send us videos, and he'd be with the nigga who used to be like, these nuts. He used to be with that nigga all the time. I'm like, alright, he doing, you know what I'm saying? He stayed with sending me videos, and I'm like, alright.
But Welvin was broke. No, dead ass. He asked me for money to take a picture. He was like, yeah, bro, you gotta give me $10 to take a picture. I'm like, $10?
You paid it.
I paid it, hell yeah, because I knew the bigger picture of that shit. So I took the picture with him, and then next thing you know, we kind of like build a bond or whatever. But now, if y'all see the videos now, you know what I'm saying, he be hurting and like really like bumming out here. But that's how it be, bro. But it's like clout. I seen the nigga, bro, and I'm gonna let you go ahead, my bad, bro. But he was in the joint. We in the club one day. Some female with her boyfriend come in this joint, bro. Sit on this nigga lap while she with her boyfriend.
Welvin lap?
bruh. Kissed him in the mouth and everything, bruh. So it's not even about money, bruh. It's just about clout. The nigga ain't had no bread. I had 2 jobs making more money than this nigga, but he had clout, so it didn't even matter, bruh.
Man, that clout get you some wild shit.
Man, what, bruh?
That's all I wanted to get into, too. Oh, let me let you finish interviewing real quick.
I just wanted to tell y'all, bro, like, for years and years, I've always admired y'all relationship, your whole family dynamic, bro. I love that shit. Y'all dope. This shit is dope. Even with the YouTube, that shit inspired me. Cause it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro, you just gotta be consistent.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
and just seeing how consistent you are with it and you work with it, it's just like, if my cousin can do it, I can do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so look, Barber, man, you know, that's my thing, that's your thing. In the next 3 years, 3 years, what you want out of Barber? Where you want to go with this shit in the next 3 years?
Well, in the next 3 years.
3 years, real quick, 3 years.
I mean, if I could condense it, I want to have a school.
Barber school?
Damn, I never heard that before, bro. That's tough. That's tough, bro.
And you probably, what, would you be the first black barber school?
Nah, you know, Bennett.
Bennett is black.
Damn, bro. I ain't never heard nobody say that shit. That's tough, bro.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, man. I want to do.
You working on your masters?
I'm gonna eventually go back to school for to get my instructor's license. Eventually, probably next year sometime.
Damn, that was crazy big. I definitely wouldn't have thought that big.
Yeah,
That's all right.
Because I mean, in between time, I want, you know, I just next year, bro. I really plan on going hard with just taking classes and going to different shows and shit like that.
Cause I got some more. I got something deep that we gotta talk about that's forbidden at this shop. What we gonna talk about?
We not talking about LeBron.
We talking about LeBron, dog. We gotta talk about this nigga LeBron, dog. We bringing him up. All right, Cuzzo.
Let me get another cut, bro.
Cuzzo say LeBron the GOAT, bruh. All right, you know what I'm saying? Now I've been the biggest Kobe
all
Bryant
day, every
fan.
day, twice on Sunday.
Hey, look, I've been the biggest Kobe Bryant
R.I.P.
fan.
Bean.
Ever since I was a youngin', bro. Probably like 8 years old, right?
Appreciate it.
So for me, growing up, it was like then LeBron came in like 03. That right there, it was like the media kind of like shit. They never like really liked Kobe like that. So, but that was my problem. It was like they divided. Everybody was like, they made Kobe, they hated on Kobe and said this stuff. Then LeBron came, he was like the media darling. So I was like, bruh, nope, I don't like LeBron at all. But why do you feel like LeBron James is the GOAT?
Hold on, before you even say this shit, let me tell you how bad you hate this nigga.
I know, I
They
know.
came in this motherfucker.
No,
This
He
nigga
was
said,
all the way in Cali.
The
shooting
first
it.
day,
I know.
what y'all doing this motherfucker? All y'all.
bruh,
We will not
I'm
talk
gonna get a
about
sign.
LeBron in this motherfucker.
I'm gonna get a sign, bruh. I gotta get a sign,
I
bruh.
said,
Hey,
damn.
look, hey, that's what you
Man,
can do when
he
you the
did-
boss.
Hey,
That's what you can do when
Hey,
you the
no.
boss.
Man, look.
That's what you can do when you the boss, man. With all due respect to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, in the words of Skip Bayless, with all due respect to the late great Kobe Bean Bryant, R.I.P. I don't know. Honestly, I was in middle school when he came out, and like you said, everybody was Kobe fans.
Yeah.
Everybody was Kobe fans
Right,
at the time. I really wasn't too into sports, too into basketball,
Yeah.
but I knew enough to know or to feel like I knew that Kobe was selfish.
Yeah.
Right? He was
Right,
arrogant,
right,
he was
absolutely.
basketball, you know what I'm saying, ball, all
Yeah.
that type of stuff. I wasn't really feeling that. So LeBron came out, and I don't really remember why, but I just naturally gravitated to LeBron James. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So,
He was the only nigga in the league who could take 155 steps and they'd be like, yeah, that shit was good. That shit was good. Like,
I don't
look at
know.
this nigga, he's the
I don't
greatest.
know what it was, but I just naturally gravitated to him. And then, you know, at that time, I was a super Wizards fan. You know what I'm saying? Gilbert Arenas,
sir.
Kareem Butler, all
Yeah.
them days they was going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fun.
Yes, sir.
But every year, for 3 years in a row, LeBron was dogging their ass out. And for the life of me, I used to be pissed off. Like, yo, how is y'all losing to this one man?
Yeah.
How is this one dude beating the shit out of y'all for 3 years in a row?
Right.
I was, as a Wizards fan, I was hurt. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, how is y'all losing
Yeah.
to this one man? So when they popped Gilbert and all that, what I'm saying, they broke the team up. I just made a natural transition to LeBron, and as I got older, I started to understand basketball more, started to pay attention to it more. And that ain't nothing that man can't do.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, LeBron, great player. But come on, bro.
Ain't nothing that man can't do, bro.
Listen.
We could get into it. I done seen The Last Dance 15 times. Let's get into it.
I ain't even no big Michael Jordan fan like that. But I just don't like how they try to, like, tear down other greats to build up LeBron. Now, LeBron great, bro. But I'm telling you, bro, I just feel like Kobe just on the next level, bro.
You know what the greatest moment of basketball history was for me at my age? And when Iverson shook the shit out of Jordan.
Bruh, it's whack, bruh.
Why?
He ain't got no championships. AI ain't got no rings, bruh. So
he was
he's still a great player.
He broke him down like that, right?
But
he was a rookie when he broke Mike down like that.
And then on top of that, they don't talk about how Michael Jordan had like 30, 40 some points that game, bruh. So that one little crossover,
and that's what mattered to me the most.
But that's the point. Mike at that point, Mike was
the greatest nigga in the world, and he bust your ass.
One little crossover, bro. One little crossover. That's what happened. LeBron got dumped on the head to put it.
Hey, couple
you know
times.
what I'm saying?
Hey, I remember that shit too. That shit was up there one day.
Hey, look.
LeBron said, nope.
And then another thing.
That's what you can do when you the boss.
That's true.
He snatched that shit right off.
And this was another thing for me. It was a heartbreak, but it was like bittersweet. I can't even say bittersweet, but when he came to the Lakers. Now, my YouTube channel was busting, you know what I'm saying, up there. So I'm like, bruh, like, we kind of struggling right now. But I was at the point where I'm like, bruh, I would rather struggle than LeBron James come over, bruh. And I was just like, nah, bruh, I'm
did
not.
You celebrate the chip or what you
I
did?
didn't celebrate.
You didn't celebrate the chip?
I swear to God, honest to God, I ain't celebrate that, John.
You ain't celebrate the chip?
I didn't, bruh.
Why not?
Nah.
Is it because it was in the bubble or is it because LeBron won the chip?
Both.
Come on.
Both. I'm a die-hard Lakers fan, bruh. But I'm gonna sit this one out for a little bit until LeBron retire. Once LeBron retire, bruh.
You hate him that much.
I don't hate him, bruh.
You
I
want
just
that
don't
20
like
years
him.
of fandom just go down the drain.
I just don't like how they disrespected Kobe for LeBron,
Who
bruh.
disrespected Kobe for
The media.
LeBron? They don't do that.
They
hey,
messed
you know
it
what?
up. They
I
messed it
will
up.
say though, I was watching not First Take. I don't even watch First Take. I was watching Undisputed. And Shannon was talking about players and greats and stuff like that, and he kept not saying Kobe's name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Yeah.
It's just always Jordan,
Right.
Brown,
Yeah.
Bird, Magic. I'm like, you're literally not gonna say Kobe at all. I'm like, damn, he ain't say Kobe name at all.
Yeah. That's that.
And that is crazy though.
Yeah. That's what bothered me. That's why I couldn't give.
But
LeBron
you can't fault
foot.
LeBron for that. Like, that's not LeBron's fault. He's so good. Like,
it's his fault.
You can't fault him for that.
All right, so let me ask
He's
you.
walking in his gift.
Who's your top 10 players all time?
LeBron.
Dang.
Number one?
Of course.
Damn.
That's always it's LeBron and Michael Jackson. Like that's always gonna be that's it for me. Like, music, Michael Jackson, LeBron, MJ, Kobe. And then after that, I mean, it's so many different joints.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Of course. I'm not a basketball historian, but I've been watching enough sports shows and sports talk and all that shit all throughout my life. You know what the Bill Russells did and all of that stuff. So,
yeah.
I mean, for me, it's Bron, Mike, Kobe, AI, Steph, KD. I mean, these dudes too good.
So I think KD better than LeBron. Am I wrong for thinking that?
KD is more skilled offensively than LeBron.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
He is.
Okay.
He's more skilled offensively.
Okay. All right. Well, you know.
Hey, he scared me with if that toe last year, then he scared the shit out of me.
What I will say though, I ain't gonna lie. These two things about LeBron that I did like. When he went to Miami, because I like the villain, of course.
Best 4 years of my life.
Yeah, I like the villain role. But then also the what is it? It is the threes. The what shoes are those? It's like it got like a little circle right here, but then it's like black. It's like suede on this part. Damn, what's the name of those shoes? I think
might
they're the
be
threes
the
though. They might be the threes.
The
But them
LeBron threes?
Yeah, LeBron
Did
threes.
it have like a gold or red?
I think it did, bro.
Bubble jump?
Yeah, bubble jump. Yep. Those it, bro. I love them jumps. I ain't gonna
I had
lie.
the black and gold.
But the
jump.
thing is, I can't be a hater.
You shouldn't be.
No. But the thing is, I can't be a hater then wear shoes because I want the shoes. But then how would I look? Be like, damn, bro. I'm
Because
walking
you
around
shouldn't
with
be a
something.
hater. That's
Nah,
what
bro.
it is.
I can't.
That sounds about right.
Nah,
you just
bro.
shit. Like what reason? Like for real.
I wouldn't feel
Outside
right
of the
walking-
media.
Yeah,
Outside
bro.
of the media leapfrogging Kobe Bryant with LeBron James, what reason do I? That's what I want to know.
All right, so another
all
thing-
of you LeBron haters out there, why?
Yeah, LeBron also he a crybaby
He is
too,
who
bro.
he is. So what?
He a crybaby, bro. Like you 250.
Mike ain't cry?
Nah, but he 250
Like a motherfucker.
pounds, bro. 6'8".
Michael
Go to the
6'6".
jump and be falling all around the flopping and all. I'm like, come on,
That's
bro.
how you
Like,
take advantage of it. That's how you take advantage of the rules of the day.
But
you
then
don't
you
think
gon-
Mike? You don't think
but-
Mike took advantage of the rules back
he
then?
did.
Come
But the
on,
thing
man.
is, if you look at it years from now, that means can't nobody complain about the younger generation. Like LeBron came out with some flip flops on, which was hard. I'm like, damn, bro, this nigga walked on the court with some flip flops on. That's some G shit. But at the same time, then when niggas start to take it a step further and be like, look, fuck it, I'ma wear a robe out on the floor. Then niggas gonna be like, bruh, like LeBron started this shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he did start he started the whole super team teaming
Yeah.
up shit like. You know,
But I like super teams. That's the other thing that's crazy. I like super teams. I do.
but it's always been super team.
Yeah.
It's just players didn't put that shit together.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
true.
always been. It's
Yeah.
just now.
I give him that.
LeBron figured like,
yeah.
bro, we can do this shit ourselves.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And he made that shit happen.
That's true. That's true.
That's he the GOAT, bro.
Oh,
On and off,
that
man.
shit.
I promise school. You know what I'm saying? Spring Hill Company just sold a small stake that they're now worth $725 million. You know what I'm saying? He put his whole team from high school on, bro.
I don't got LeBron in my top 10, to be honest.
And your top.
Nah, I don't got him in my top 10. I
Bro, you a
got
fucking hater for real.
nah for real, bro. That's and I got a lot of flack for that, bro. I got Durant in my Durant 10. I think Shaq was 9. I had Hakeem Olajuwon at 8. 7 is I can't remember 7. I know 6 is Magic. Wilt, and then with the 3, the first 3, I'm gonna just go with the 3. I had Jordan, Kobe, and Kareem.
Cause
Yeah.
from 2 on, you ain't seen nothing to play, bro.
Nah, but I watch footage. Like I'm a historian for real, so that's how.
And I do
like,
want to watch footage, but I feel like I'm just not going to enjoy it.
I
because
enjoy it,
it's
bro.
so grainy. And I don't want to
No,
watch.
I watch-
watch Wilt dunk all over.
Man, I love watching
5'11" white men.
I watched Wilt. Like people was talking about Jordan with the fadeaway, but Wilt and all them niggas was doing that shit before. Yeah,
Brett.
yeah, they was doing that shit. I watched Jerry West.
Mike just made it. When you want to know what the real reason is why everybody is so obsessed with Michael
What
Jordan?
is it, bro? Go
He just
ahead.
made that shit look good.
So another debate that we had.
He made the world fall in love with a bald black man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Another debate that we had. I ain't gonna get into the Michael Jackson because I think Drake better than Michael Jackson.
Oh, here you go.
But I ain't gonna go into that. I ain't gonna go into that. But he tried to challenge me
Let's
with
go.
Drake versus Tory Lanez.
I said it.
Drake versus
Now, dare
Tory
you-
Lanez.
Drake versus Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Drake versus Tory
Let's
Lanez,
go.
bro.
Like
I said
what?
it.
Battle, like a versus battle.
Top 10
That's
songs. Top 10, 10 for 10.
That's not close.
We're going to do it.
It's not, dog.
We're going to do it. 10
That's
for 10.
not close.
That's not close, bro.
Tory got some bangers.
Let me tell y'all why y'all say this shit.
First
First
we
of all,
talking about Drake.
Drake,
Drake,
bro. He don't
Listen,
know, bro.
we
He
can,
don't
we, can,
know.
we can take top 10 bar for bar, or we can take top 10 hit for hit. We can take top 10 singing, jump for singing, whatever you want to do.
Bro, you
And I guarantee,
tripping.
I'm going to tell you why this nigga's the most underrated. First of all, it's because y'all know this nigga from a certain point in his career to now. I've been listening to this nigga since Chicks Takes One or fucking Lost Cause. Like, I go way back with that.
But have you been going
Core
way?
Intentions. Like,
Have you went way back with Drake?
come on, bro.
This nigga been having hits since
I've been
09,
fucking
bro.
with Drake since he was in Degrassi in the wheelchair.
But
my
he
nigga.
been dropping hits since 09.
I'm not denying it. I'm not denying that. at all.
I'm again. You're more into Tory's catalog. I'm not. I didn't
And
get
that's
hip
why
to Tory.
that's why y'all cut him off right off.
No,
the
it's
rip.
not that I'm cutting them off. I didn't get hip to Tory until
Say it.
that joint he did with Meek. The first joint, all I want is a new Mercedes. Been gonna whip it on the lot. I got
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Like,
A lot of
that
niggas
shit
don't
was
know that
hard.
song.
That shit was hard. When I heard
A
that,
lot
I'm
of
like,
niggas
yo,
don't
what the
know
fuck
that
is
I
this?
don't, I don't know that song.
See what I'm saying?
I want to play it. Like, that shit was hard. When I heard that shit, I'm like, yo, dude. Tory can do it. Like
He definitely can.
Tory got it. Like
The most underrated artist out right now.
He
I will
might
tell
be
you that
underrated.
shit.
He might be underrated. And then
that
you know that whole Megan situation. You know he
That's
lost.
motherfucking.
He lost some points.
That's motherfucking.
I don't think so.
He
He's
lost
able to
some
go
points.
for that shit, right?
I don't think he going to do no time for it, bro.
He might not do no time, but he's definitely lost some points.
Because the way I look at it, bro, is
That nigga just called the internet, bro.
controversy sells, bro. So by him doing that, it kind of like, look at the baby. The baby just gonna bounce back, bro. People forget shit, bro. After a few years, bro, people gonna be like, man, fuck that. So who is a versus battle you want to see that you be interested in?
10 for 10.
I mean, well, we can't get this one. I mean, we could probably do like some hologram shit, but Mike and Prince would be dope.
Damn, bro. Somebody just hit me and said that. Oh, Rose texted me. Yeah, she said that's a good
That
battle.
definitely would be.
Mike and Prince would be dope just off the, you know what I'm saying, just off the groove.
No, if we can do dead motherfuckers.
I got Mike.
You can hologram. I mean,
If we can listen, if
they
we
can
can
do it. They can hologram that shit.
I got Mike winning that jump, bro. It's just he got too many hits, bro. Prince great, bro.
I don't know. It's definitely gonna
Drake could be all them niggas.
10 for 10 though. You gotta think about it like this.
Drake.
I don't know, bro. Like Drake.
Drake could double team them two together versus Drake handicap match. Drake winning, bro.
Bro, nah. And Drake came out with 08.
Cool.
And you know what I'm saying? That's senior year in high school. So that's from Drake to now. Drake done faded my ass.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this with both my feet on the ground.
With his
firmly.
hands tied, bro.
Let me say this firmly.
But I don't agree with that.
Man, Toya eat his ass alive.
Who?
Drake?
Bro,
And
you
what?
tripping, bro.
We talking about fighting or we talking about music?
No, I'm talking about music. This nigga said fight. You wanna fight? That'd be a good fight too.
No.
That'd be a good celebrity boxing match.
Bro, Drake.
Sorry, little as shit.
Y'all just underestimate Drake
Yeah,
catalog,
bro.
bro. That
Drake,
junk is
Drake
crazy.
catalog.
That junk
Drake
crazy, bro.
catalog is crazy.
That's why I said he'll be double team. I think he'll be Beyonce, bro. I think he'll be Beyonce, bro. But I'm telling you, bro.
And again, I'm not bumping Beyonce on the regular. I respect her because
She
she's
got
queen.
hits, though.
And you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. I'm a nigga. I'm not bumping Beyonce on no regular day.
Yeah.
That's tough. I don't know.
Your
Great
podcast.
question.
My bad, we on some other shit. Your podcast.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your podcast, how it started, who's who, your cast, what y'all doing with it.
Yeah, man. So the podcast again is just an extension of the brand, and at the end of the day, bro, the co-owners, I know them as Cheeks. The podcast know them as Suge. You know what I'm saying? Then the lady on the team, the Eve of the crew, Unique. I'm just really excited for that shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's three different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Myself again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me growing up partly without my biological father in my life, and then, you know what I'm saying, my mother being married and having a male figure, but it's not my biological father, doing the ministry thing, and then being an adult and living my own life and making my own way. Cheeks, coming from the streets, being in the streets, doing the whole street thing, going to barbering school, doing the business thing now, Neek, coming from a church background, having both of her parents in her life, still married, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole different dynamic. And at the end of the day, bro, we just trying to help the next generation, talk to the next generation, keep them from making the mistakes that we made, whether in life or in business. We want to learn, you know what I'm saying, as well. So y'all gonna be on there for sure. You know what I'm saying? We just it's just about just being better, bro, because this shit crazy out here.
Man,
This shit getting wild. This shit
I feel like
wicked.
our area right now, I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what the fuck
man.
going on, bro.
Speaking of social media, bro. So what female? I don't know about the situation, but if you could talk about what female that you looking at right now that you like, man, like if I had that joint right there, like I'd be looking at Bernice Burgos, right?
That's her name? Burgos?
Is it Burgos?
Yeah, Bernice Burgos.
Yeah.
I
So
know that.
you know that
I know who she is. I
Oh,
didn't know
okay.
that's how you pronounce her last name.
Oh, okay. So like, how do you? What's some
I thought it was
top
Burgos.
female models that you like got your eye on and be like, damn, like, yeah, like. If I had a bag, I definitely,
I'm gonna tell you.
I would definitely bag that junk. Like if I had a bag,
Honestly, bro, and I'm honest to God, I'm not saying this because I'm in a relationship. I swear this shit just my.
oh, you about to take the political route?
Now look, I'm
He
a.
definitely is. He
No, look.
definitely about to cop out.
Listen,
He can plead the fifth. We're gonna get some plead the fifth calls this
Listen,
motherfucker.
I'm gonna spin the block after this statement. That's what I'm gonna spin the block.
All right,
Honestly though, a lot of these Instagrams, like they look good. Like that, I would be lying if I said they didn't look good. Bro. Like I would be lying like fuck if I didn't say they don't look good.
Right.
But I know 90% of that shit is fake.
It's fake, yup. That's
so
true.
it doesn't. It's not
Yeah.
appealing to me.
Yeah.
My queen, I love you. You're my baby. You're my baby one day. But my baby, my Hollywood baby, is Sanaa Lathan.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sanaa Lathan bad.
Sanaa Lathan, that's my
And they
girl.
don't give her enough credit though.
That's my
bruh.
girl.
She bad, bro.
My turn.
She bad.
Baby, baby, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't. I'm gonna tell you about all these bad bitches.
All right, who? Go ahead. Who you go, bro? Who you got?
I got an Instagram girl I love. Her name Ghetto Barbie. She bad.
Ghetto Barbie.
Yep, look her up, nigga.
That's
Ghetto
what
Barbie,
I don't
man.
even know who that is.
Now,
I ain't
if we
never
get
heard
into
of
these industry jobs, sorry, Nip, but
Lauren London.
it. Lawrence is beautiful.
Yeah, she definitely beautiful.
He beautiful.
now, to my Cougars, man, when I seen Kanye West All Falls Down video, Stacey got it, man.
Oh no, she don't look that good. Down
Yeah,
there,
no,
dog.
she don't got it anymore.
Yeah, she look
Yeah,
real ashy.
She took a couple
She
steps
look
back.
ashy?
Yeah, her face whole ashy because I think she bleached her skin.
So just we talking about a cougar.
Cougar.
Wow.
You asking me?
Yeah,
Wow.
What cougar I would?
cougar right now.
Cougar.
Cougar right now. If she knocking this be legendary though, like what's up with it?
I'm taking mine back.
I don't even really know no cougars though. Like,
Shit, you tripping.
I mean, other Sanaa Lathan can definitely
Yeah,
get it, bro.
Sanaa,
She
yeah.
can get that work.
Do she even classify as a cougar? How old is
I
she?
don't, cause I think she's like 50-ish
For
or
real?
close. I don't want to age you. I don't want to age you. I'm sorry, but I know she's late. She gotta be late 40s.
I'm gonna have to pick Monique, man.
Monique, as in,
Comedian.
I can dig it.
No, I couldn't do Monique.
What? First of all, she got that experience. I went to go see her on stage recently, and she moves like she still like.
It was a cougar. I can't even.
And she
right
like
now,
bitches
bro.
too.
Mm.
That's
Nah. she. Nah, bro. I ain't even. They ain't really no. Oh, listen.
Who?
Felicia Rashad. Any day, bro.
I was
Any
going
day,
there. I
dog.
swear to God, I was
Any
going
day,
there.
dog.
I swear I was going there.
Felicia Rashad can be 90 years old,
I
bro.
swear I was going
I'm still
Felicia
hitting, bro.
Rashad is a woman, bro.
Man, what, bro?
That's a woman
Dog.
right there. I'm sorry. I've been in love with Felicia forever.
Man,
That's
what,
a woman
bro?
right there.
For
I like big ladies, so I can dig it. What's the Niecy Nash?
Niecy Nash?
Niecy
Yeah.
Nash number 2.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
What?
I ain't never heard of
She
her.
number 2.
I ain't never heard of her. All right, another question then.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a meme that went around where the guy had took his girlfriend money. She had like $10,000, if I'm not mistaken. He took the $10,000,
Oh yeah.
he gambled with it, and I think he turned it into like 30-some million.
Mm-hmm.
He gave her 10,000 back.
Mm-hmm.
Should she? They was like, should she set him up, or how should she feel? Is he wrong, or how you feel? Like, do you feel like he should have?
He took it, like stole it, or
Yeah, he borrowed it. I guess he borrowed it. He borrowed the 10,000, went to
Cause I
gamble.
mean, if he asked her, was like, babe, let me get that
Nah, he
10,
ain't asked her,
I'm gonna
bro.
flip it, and he
Nah.
just took it.
Nah, he ain't asked her, bro.
I mean, off the strength of a solid nigga, you supposed to break her off.
Exactly.
Something more than 10.
You gave her 10,000 back.
Nah.
You gave her 10
You
stacks back.
stole her.
You would have gave her 10
$10,000,
stacks
bro.
back?
Hell no. Well, yeah. I would have gave her
10 stacks back. You would
I
have
would've
given
given, yeah, I would have given her 10 stacks
You a
back.
petty ass.
And he
nigga,
flipped it
bro.
to 30 million?
30 million.
At the
bro.
very
Yeah,
least,
yeah.
bro, at the very least, I would have given her 3 million.
Nah. But
At
I
the very
gave,
least.
I gave her money back.
I would have
and-
gave the bitch half.
You know
Because
what
I
I'm
wouldn't have
saying?
got none of this shit if it wasn't for you.
You know, if I steal your 10,000.
But I gave her 10,000 back. You straight. You
Nah,
good.
dog.
Nigga, you wasn't that supposed to have it in the first fucking
Yeah,
place.
exactly. If she ain't had
Hey,
that
look.
10,000 to steal, you
I-
wouldn't
you
even
wouldn't
had
even
that
had
I
30.
gave it. I
So
gave
why
your
she
money
had
back.
it?
It's nothing really to say, bruh. But why is you mad? Oh, all right. So listen to this. She could take that same 10,000 and do what I did,
There's no guarantee.
or
that
she
can
can
happen.
take that and
It's
invest.
definitely not a guarantee. You gamble with that shit.
She can
You could
invest.
have lost the 10 stacks.
She can invest that shit and turn that into 30 million
Why
or
not just give
less.
her half?
For what? She ain't deserve it.
For putting you in this situation.
Nah, she ain't deserve it, bruh.
You stole it.
She deserved the money she got back, which is her 10,000.
You ain't deserve that $30 million.
Hey, dog.
Cause you got it off of theft.
I worked hard for
Yes,
it, man.
lost.
I worked hard for that
Shit.
30 million, man.
Off this, like, look, I'm not a, you know what I'm saying? Again, if you, I'm not gonna gamble it, but if it's like, I'm guaranteed, like, yo, let me get that 10 bands, I'm guaranteed to bring you back 30 million. I'm guaranteed I'm gonna give you, like, at the very least, I would give at least half, but at the very least, I'm gonna give you back 3 M's just off the 10%.
I guess it depends on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all,
You couldn't like do that much if you stole that fucking money.
yeah,
That's
I
first and
mean,
foremost.
y'all could have been there for like 10, 11 years. You know what I'm saying? But maybe if you only knew it for like a year or less, then
Listen, first of
It
all,
don't
any
matter
bitch-
how long I known her. If I stole her money and I come up,
I
I
couldn't
gotta
have
break
fucked
you
with her.
you
up.
ain't
Yeah.
steal it though. You borrowed it, cuz like you know what I'm saying?
Still, you stole it, nigga.
It's a borrow, bro. You
You
borrowed it.
fucking bar. You never
You
asked
gave
for
it back.
So let me
Stealing
ask
and
you
borrowing
this.
is
So let me-
two
Borrowing is
So
giving
let
it
me ask
back.
you this: in between the time of you stealing it and you making the 30 M's, did she know that the 10,000 was stolen?
No, I said I ain't tell her until I gave her the money back. She ain't found out until you be
You
like,
stole
look,
that shit because you never even asked her for it.
But
you
no,
took it from her possession.
I gave it back
without
to her,
her
bro.
knowledge. You fucking stole it.
So again, I wouldn't do that. But if you stole it and put it back before she noticed it was gone, then okay, I would understand that.
But
If
it's-
you stole it and she found out it was gone, and then you hit the 30 million, and you still only gave her 10 racks,
I
that's
borrowed-
super fucked up.
I borrowed it.
I had an opportunity to meet Wade, man. And
Wade the barber.
Wade, this one Wade bought the second shop.
Did you take the?
Hell no.
Yeah.
And that's what it, listen, and that's what I'm about to tell
You
you.
go. Let's get into that. Cause I'm not giving you niggas 650 for that.
Listen, when he first started doing that shit, I was amazing. This is when I started realizing it's $1 million fucking barbers out here, bro. $1 million fucking barbers. And I looked at this nigga. When I first met him, he wasn't giving these classes yet. I don't think I might be mistaken. Sorry, Wade, if I am. But I met him when he opened up the W Loft because he got a joint in Glen Burnie. When I used to live out there, I used to get my hair cut out there. Then he came to this jump. I met him here, and when I met him, he was like, "Yeah, I'm giving these hair classes." And I'm like, "For what?" And he was like, "To put the men implants on." And I'm like, "All right." And then he told me how much he was charging. And then he was like, "Yeah, my classroom's full." And I was like, I started doing quick math in my head. I'm like, "Yo, he got 30 niggas in the class at $600 a pop, and they full."
Eating.
Damn.
And they full.
Eating.
Then after that, I started seeing pictures of this nigga in Dubai, and I'm like, God damn.
Eating. I mean, look. At the end of the day, bro, get it how you live. For me personally, this is just my own personal bubble thought process. I can't charge a nigga $650.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because
When the unit going, listen, that's 2 units.
That's true, but why would you if you can? You know what I'm saying? Like you got a class full of 30 people. For me, and this is just my logic, and this is just my thought process as a whole. Just with black people as a whole, bro. We are as a whole behind.
As far as what?
Financially, economically, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
for sure.
we behind, right?
I agree.
So
Compared to other races, cultures,
compared to other races,
Yeah.
we're behind. We're behind the current generation.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like if I have a gift or a skill set and I can teach somebody else how to get it and they can make their own money, I'm going to make some money off of it. But I'm not. Let me ask you this.
But that thought process
Why
puts us
charge
further
$650?
behind because now you're an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
You put yourself in a position to be an entrepreneur, but you're not going to take that route because you can give this knowledge away. I get that part.
I ain't
but
saying
now
give it away. Why charge $650 for it?
It's
Right,
2
true.
units.
Why do you have to charge $650 for it? If you got a class full of 30 niggas,
Is it overpriced?
you getting money
No.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
Why don't you think it's overpriced? Are you?
how much you charge for a shaper?
I don't even do shit no more. I don't even offer that service anymore.
All right. What's the price on the average haircut?
I start at 40.
All right, you can do it for 20.
I can, but I can't eat off that. We talking
All
a
right, so
basic standard of
this
living.
nigga said I want 600 for a piece.
Nah,
The same way we
bruh,
said we
that's-
want 30
That's
for a
true.
haircut.
You can charge what you want to charge.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't-
not
yeah.
knocking
Yeah,
it, but
you ain't
I
knocking it.
He's not killing them, bro.
That's killing it, bro.
How?
That's
But
too
you're gonna
much,
go
bruh.
pay Bennett or fucking the Hair Academy or any of these other schools $20,000 to learn the fucking craft.
That's hours of learning.
That's a shit ton of money.
That's 6 months of learning and education. And again, when I get my school, and then depending on what the economics is like back then, hopefully I don't have to charge $20,000. I'm not going to do that.
Facts.
However, again, the only reason why I charge $40 is because what I offer, I have no choice but to.
Yeah, you gotta eat. Yeah. So, out of all the famous people, who would you want to cut if you had the chance?
You already know what I'm going to say.
Oh,
Michael
God.
Jackson.
He was
LeBron.
You already know.
LeBron,
You already know where I'm going.
LeBron.
We're going to the top of the food chain, of course.
I don't blame
Of course
you.
I want Bron in the
I
chain.
don't blame you. I don't blame
Let me tell you, with me, I got a particular type of hair. I love
You better not say Tory Lanez you want to cut his hair, bro. That's you got an interview right there.
I've been DMing Coos.
Okay.
Kyle
Coos,
trying
he
to get
hitting
him.
now, too.
I know,
That-
that's
that'd
what I'm
be a
trying to
good
get
look.
him. I'm trying to get him.
Facts.
Trez,
Yeah.
KCP, all them new boys. I'm trying to
Hit
get
my
one.
man up, man. Hit him back.
I'm
Please.
trying to get one of them
Yes,
boys.
All at him, bro.
I'm trying to get one of them
Sure.
boys in there. I ain't trying to take no food out nobody's mouth, but if
But
your
look,
barber's
though.
unavailable, please hit me.
So go ahead and plug in your your social media handles and stuff. Like
Follow Humble Legend of Pearl. Follow the Humble Legend Pod on Instagram. The Humble Legend Podcast on YouTube. Yeah, man.
that. You gonna open the clothing store too? Cause that would be dope. Like
That's another goal. I feel like I wanted to get a whole little strip mall.
Yeah,
down,
tough.
you know what I'm saying? On some Nipsey
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah,
Put all that shit
yeah.
all in one. Barbershop, a Pearl, podcast studio. Put all that shit in one.
Hey, your mom? Y'all got access to the house that y'all was living in?
The house in here.
Yeah, that was the one we used to come over when we was little, right?
Access to it, not necessarily.
Bruh,
But
it'd be some.
I live right around
He
the
left
corner
$2
from
in
there.
one. He left $2 in one in the bathroom.
No, the reason I said it'd be
Bro,
some.
it's crazy because I live right around the corner from there, so I drive. They still got the address sign up there. My mother
Yeah.
had bought a joint that said Darby's Estate. That was her last name. She was married. That shit's still on there. And there's some Hispanics that own that motherfucker. Their last name is not Darby. That shit's still up there.
The one thing you should consider, Brian, that's
Yes,
what I was
sir.
thinking would be dope. If you get a bag, bro, you come across some bread. Like
I'm
if
buying
you,
that house.
If you steal a girl money and then
Go ahead,
Shorty,
$32
get
million,
that
nah, for real, nah. But if you come across a
I'm
bag,
gonna buy that
bro,
house.
you buy that joint and then turn
Take
that joint
it
to.
to Airbnb.
No, I was saying turn it to the Humble Legend store.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
That should be fire,
That'd be
bro.
dope. That'd be full circle.
Like I said, man, make sure y'all go follow us at Be Legendary Cuts on
Absolutely.
Instagram, the podcast, all that, man. So we out, we signing out. Make sure y'all subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Yeah.